Hi everybody, the double round week of Euroleague is in the books, and the highlighted teams on the screen are the ones we that went with 2-0. So FS, Real, Partizan, Virtus, and Baskonia took both of their games, and they're actually having a good placement now. I mean, we knew about Real's been on the top, but if we see now the standings on the left, Virtus has been steadily on the third spot, and then we've seen Baskonia climbing up and suddenly jumping on the fourth place. But as we mentioned before, everything is ever changing when you have now from the sixth to the 13th place, all the teams separated just from one win. So we should see that changing massively. And FS also came now into the playing tournament position. So it shall be a great round 14 continuation of all this.
Yes, that's true, Bill. Round 14 is very, very interesting as we see. We have some big games as well. We have Maccabi versus FS, Baskonia versus Virtus, which, if you see the standings, is the third team versus the fourth. And also, both teams had double wins last week. So we expect a very exciting game. Both teams are also at their home court. They're getting the vibes from the crowd, and they're performing better. They get a boost. And also we have the next game, Fenerbahce versus Monaco. So these three games are, let's say, the highlight games of round 14. Should we move on to coach, or do you have anything to add, Bill?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit strange here. So we have Virtus having a great court advantage, and they get a great push by the crowd. So they have 7-1 at home. However, Baskonia they win on the road, so they have 4-1 outside and just 4-4 on the home court. And on the other half, Virtus is having a negative record playing away. So that's going to be a strange game to see who is going to prevail and keep that third position. But as you mentioned, Monaco is playing with Fener, so with a win, they could also, if Baskonia wins, potentially climb onto third position. So everything very open, even on this up there.
And also in this game, we have the return of Toko Shengelia to Baskonia. You know, he's one of the best years of Shengelia was with Baskonia in Spain. And also we have to mention this, Bill, the return of Pablo Lasso at Real Madrid. It will be, I expect, I honestly expect a big welcome to Coach Lasso back in Madrid. Even
Especially from the crowd.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Cool. So let's go into then the our coach predictions, coach suggestions for this week. So I think I would start with that game. Although Lasso is back in Madrid, probably it's gonna be tough to win against this Real that has been rolling. They also had, as we just mentioned, the double week wins, and they are undefeated at home with 6-0, and we should expect that to go further. It is an expensive coach, though. So, Konstantinos, what's the next option for you?
Yeah, the next option we can say is Coach Berzokas from Olympiacos. Olympiacos is playing at home versus Valencia. It's Olympiacos is a very well-organized team. Even especially at home, they get a boost from the crowd. So we expect that even if Valencia is a tough opponent, Olympiacos will find a way to overcome and beat Valencia at the end.
I just I just wanted to mention something. As you can see on the left of the screen, so if I scroll slightly up, these are the points they scored, the points they have received, and both of these teams, they've been below the 1,000 point mark on defense and offense. So Olympiacos with Real Madrid has the lowest, and then you can see that actually is Valencia, the third one, and both of these teams have scored less than 1,000 points. So they both seem to be more defense, at least from these standings, defense-wise, oriented. So it's gonna be a battle.
And
And then last,
yep.
yeah, go on.
Oh,
I was
and
about
the
to
last,
say that lastly
yeah,
we have what we have. Where
at
is
the top,
it?
at the top, at the top, the first game.
Yeah, exactly. The first game. So we're going with Coach Feropoulos versus Alba. They didn't have a great double round week. They lost both of their games, Cervena Vesda. But it was a tough program for them. So it's time for them to bounce back against Alba. As you can see, just 4 wins for Cervena Vesda, but they're all at home. So they need to utilize the home court as much as they can, and they should come on the top. And also, Coach Feropoulos, I think it's just 6.1 credits. Is that correct? That's what I
Yes.
remember. So a
Mhm.
very, it's like a deep value option that we actually, as I can show now, we are also using on our team. So a little spoiler. So moving to our team, then we had a good finish on the double week, but I think quite a lot of people managed to score more than 200 points because we had Sengelia, we had Larkin, we had Seaman, players that many of us had in our teams that they all score north of 30 points or even 40 or more, like Timon and Larkin. Another good week for coach. So that's one of our strengths, the coach selections. So we keep getting points from there. All team did good, just Campazzo maybe a little bit less than we expected, and the bench was okay. So moving on to round 14, as I spoiled already, the spoiler before, we have Speropoulos as our coach. Um, because we didn't want to risk with the tough game Virtus is having, and also is low on credits, and then a double of let's say changes we did thinking about tier two. So we wanted someone for tier two to be able to be our captain if, let's say, Campazzo or Singelia, that probably be a last minute selection. Now we're going mostly from Campazzo, but we believe any of these two should be a good one. If any of these don't get a great score, then we wanted Vesely for the second round. We thought about also Milutinov and Peters, but I think Peters we have on the other team anyways. So we're going with Vesely. And we brought in Blood for Panther. Now, this is a decision we took, as I said, solely due to the terms, because we wanted the Creds to bring someone to play in the second round. So we had Sorkin out and Mitoglu out, and we got in Mitrovic, that he's actually having a very, very decent year. As you can see, except of the two single-digit games from round three, actually, if we include round three, so 33 games, and then anything else is above 15 or even above 19 many of these games. So
And you
he
see,
has very
and
yeah,
you see, Bill. Let me add on the last game versus Baskonia, he grabbed 11 offensive rebounds. It's amazing. It,
it's
it's
crazy. Yeah.
it's yes, exactly. And you see how decent game he has very decent games in terms also for assists, not only for versus Baskonia with the 7 assists, but he has
Yeah.
minimum between 2 or 3, let's say, assists per game.
Yeah. Yes, yes. So that was an insane game, right? So 16 rebounds, 7 assists, 8 points um, in just 24 minutes. So yeah, well, it wasn't enough though, but still,
Yeah.
great effort. Um, so yeah, these small changes. So I think for some of you, you may find out that you want to change, mix things up, or you want to do a full reset. So this round we have unlimited trades. So you can actually change your whole team if you like. We didn't want to mix things up since we're getting okay results. And also we have some good fillers, we believe, especially with Snyder that had a good game, or even Jackson, even though the Vargas game, we believe he's getting quite a lot of minutes for just for credits, and is really a skill.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, so unless you want to add anything, I think we can move on.
No, yes, we can see the this is our main team, and we can see now the value team. Um, of course, let me say again that we have a rule: we cannot have the same players in both teams. As you see, this team we had different coach, but got again 10 points, so it was a good choice. Um, Overall, we have Larkin as a captain. I mean, what more? He almost gave 100 points by himself to the team. Um, Not a good game from Luvavu Cabarro. He was in a good moment, a good rhythm, but he had just 5 points versus Valencia. The whole team of Asheville did not have a good game versus Valencia. And overall, you see Bellinelli with 15.4 points. I mean, what more can I say about Bellinelli? He's pure class this year. Amazing, amazing. He's helping Virtus in scoring in any way he can. So let's see what changes we made in round 14. So as you see, we kept the same coach. So Coach Barzokas is for this team. And what we did, um, because we wanted credits to spend to make an all-around team, we didn't keep Wade Baldwin, but we bring Pander because Pander is not in our main team now. So we had this option to make this trade. And by doing this move, we save some credits to spend to improve our center position. We brought Milutinov instead of Fall and Sorkin instead of Toby. Um, we believe Sorkin will get the minutes, and he plays when he is his day. He will get the fantasy points. He will get more than 12 fantasy points for sure. Um, and also, we brought Mario Hezonia instead of Peters. Hezonia had an amazing double week. Amazing double week. He was one of the most crucial players for Real Madrid in order to have these 2 wins in Greece. And as you see, versus Olympiacos, 18 points, 10 rebounds, double double. And versus Panathinaikos, you see 19 points, 1 rebound, but 2 assists, 4 steals. So you see, overall, he had 2 amazing games in both ends of the court. and helped Real Madrid to get to the to both victories. Also, we kept Lukaku Cabarro because we think this round he can turn things and he can perform. And the rest, of course, Bellinelli is a keeper and Larkin as a captain. And the rest, three players, as you see, Osmani, Lazarevic, and Bortolani are pillars for this team. Osmani is a good, cheap choice for your team because he will get the minutes because FS has a lot of injured players at the moment, unfortunately. So he will get the minutes, as you see, 24 and 18 in 2 rounds.
I
So
think it's
this
the
is
same with other games. We try to get someone again for that plays on turn 2 to be a reserve captain, and that's why we spend the money on Milutinov.
yes, and we have Milutinov, both senders for both teams. Vesely in one team, Milutinov on the other for turn 2. So these are our teams. Anything to add for this team build?
I think no. Before, when you were just talking about the results and how badly it went for us, well, the game with Valencia. I think on the double week at the first game, they got robbed by a very weird call. So I feel for them, to be honest.
Let me add to this. In this double week, I believe the French teams are the ones that have every right to complain for the games. Monaco versus Partizan in Belgrade, they had several complaints. I think even Euroleague issued a
Yes,
report for every call. Let's say
the eight
Well,
for the 8 second violation that was not called.
exactly. Yes. And then, as you mentioned, for Asvel versus Maccabi. So, yeah,
Well,
new week.
it happens.
It happens.
Well,
New week, new
yeah,
round.
yeah.
Let's say.
Let's see. Cool. Everybody enjoy that, and you can follow us on Twitter again, and we're gonna have our options for the players per position and per budget there. So enjoy the week and see you next time.
Yeah, guys, enjoy the week. Enjoy the games and have a great week. See you.